Yo, welcome everyone to a brand new video, and today it's time for the Challenges series and we're racing around Imola. It's round 3 and I'll show you the standings very shortly. After the first 2 rounds in Bahrain we got P8, so that's 4 points. We're currently in P13 on the standings. I didn't make a video about last race because there wasn't a lot to show. I started P18 and I got damage lap 1 turn 3, so not ideal, you know. But we're back, and around Imola I
was not good.
expected this to be my worst race, at least practice pace wise. I was the slowest around here, but this is Q1 and we're doing a 0.6 split. That's a 10th faster than Isvan Puki, who was in P11. Now only 2 corners to go, and the lap felt pretty good.
Should be good.
And we're gonna cross the line, and it is P3.
Yep, that's true. Nice one. Peaking in the session.
Peaking in the session, man.
Fucking hell.
So yeah, you can see we did put it on
That's how we do.
P3 in Q1, and I absolutely did not expect that. Very happy with the lap. Yeah, basically my PB in Q1 by far. So really happy to do those sort of lap times in the session when it has to be done. So it's Dylan Warren, Daniel Coyer and Jack West who are out in Q1, and now this is our first or second quali lap in Q2. I think I didn't finish my used run. So this will be our first lap time on the board, currently in P15. We're gonna cross the line, and for now we put ourselves up to P7, but we dropped to P8, and this is our final Q2 run, a 9-5-9 split, which is pretty good. And now up the hill, if we can make it through Q2, this will be the first time we can get into Q3 in the Challenger series. So uphill, 5th gear. Now the chicane, it can make or break your lap. A 6-4-5 split, which is alright, and you can see the chicane went quite alright. Exit was a bit tricky, but for now it's still P9, so we didn't drop too far back. 2 corners to go, final corner. Took it very nice, a little moment there, and now gonna cross the line, and it's a 1:14.484. Now it's a question if it's enough.
Yeah, that should be safe.
And it was enough. It was P7, so more than enough to get through.
Yeah, not Dylan Warren.
And make it to Q.
Dylan Warren was out in Q1, I think.
So a very nice lap, and the first time we have made it into Q3 in the Challenger series this year. So really happy with it. And now Q3, we got 1 fresh set remaining. We used 2 sets in Q1, 2 sets in Q2, and now we did a 1 used run, but we are already lost. And now this is our only run with a fresh set of tires. First couple of corners went quite alright, and now send it over this curb. And then our first sector is a 9.55, which is alright. And also the setup I was running was very easy to go over curves, so very easy to drive. It was not the fastest, but just very easy to get laps together, and I felt like that was really important around here with those high curbs. So now up the hill, very easy on traction, and also the chicane, it's very easy to go over it without any weird moments. So as you can see, very nice again. So far this laps seems to be Alright. And now 4th gear. Up to 5th. Keeping it in 5th gear for the last corner. And now it's just head down across the line. And it is P6.
Nice one. How?
I just peaked 3 qualifyings, man. Fucking hell.
I have no clue how this is possible. We take.
So yeah. We, like I said, we peaked. We put it in P6 and yeah, really close to my PBs in Q1, Q2 and Q3.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy with it, especially compared to last 2 races where we qualified P14 in Bahrain and P18 in Australia. Now put it in P6 gives quite a confidence boost. So we'll see. Let's head into the race. Here we are then at the start, and we are lined up on the right side of the track. We're gonna start on the hard tires, hard medium strategy. I think everyone will do that, as it's just the fastest strategy around here. So there are lights going on, 5 red lights, and away we go. And it is very hard to overtake around here, so track position is crucial. And for now we're just settling right behind Ruben. Have to be careful with cars behind, and then there's Isma who's trying to go around the outside there, having the inside for the next corner, but now outside for the next one. I'm just gonna squeeze him a slightly bit, but give him just enough space. And now we're a bit stuck behind Ruben here, but we managed to keep it around us, having a big moment there. But luckily we kept it on track. Isma, I just went a bit deep road to defend against someone else. But for now it seems like we've managed to keep our 6th position. Now we can put a little bit more attention on the guys ahead of us and maybe try to make some moves. And now in lap 4, I think it's Ismail right behind us who is making a mistake here, and you can see him there. He's on the gravel. So that's actually good for us. So Valentin is now quite far behind, and he has to use quite some ERS to catch back up, and that means that he won't have a lot of ERS to play with to put an attack on me. But now it's Ulas Usildrum in the AlphaTauri who is boxed already in lap 13. He's going for an aggressive undercut, and you can see on the minimap on the bottom left that Alfie Butcher is quite far ahead already. He managed to gap the car in P2, and I think Ulas is trying to get in the DRS of Alfie again, which is very smart, of course. And now I'm said a bit too late, but Joost spun in the double right-hander. He just said that he had a weird moment there, so it's very lucky for him, but also race over. But now we're gonna box in lap 14. We're gonna try to do an undercut and also make sure that we won't get undercutted by other drivers. So it is the risk that you have worse tires at the end compared to other drivers. But if you can get track position, that's also quite powerful, as it is quite hard to overtake around here. Because basically the only overtaking spot is turn 1 after the long stray. And now we're gonna try to get into Chanakinchi his DRS, but the gap is 1.2 seconds. So we need to gain around 2.5 tenths to him on this lap to get back into it. But he will also be blasting his ERS, so it will be quite hard, but we're gonna try it without using too much battery. So skipping a couple corners forward, you can see the gap is still the same. So just about could not get the DRS, and the other drivers who were driving ahead of us when we went into the pits has boxed as well now. So we have to try if we can make the undercut work, and you can see it's Ruben there, and we're gonna get past him. So the undercut did work, and we gained 1 position. We're still behind Jan Aladec, and Janikin, she also has a gap now to him, so that's not ideal. And I'm also a bit too far behind to try and get past and close the gap already. I think within 1 lap your tires are already warmed up on these medium tires. So Jan is flashing as well now.
Let's just recharge now.
Jan is flashing.
So I did not know exactly what to do, as I did not expect him to close the gap, but you can see that he actually is closing the gap here, so he's doing a very good job. And while he is using all his ERS, we are just saving the battery and just cruising around, you know, just having a good time. So we're still around 40% ERS, and now it's Ruben right behind us, who is putting some pressure on us. As you can see, he's getting closer and closer, and you will see in the next couple of seconds, Ruben was doing this quite a lot of times, coming out of the last corner, using quite some of his battery just to put some pressure on me. And you can see here again in lap 25, he's getting close, but then doesn't use whenever he is close. But yeah, that basically cost him and me both a lot of ERS. So it would have been a lot better for me, at least, if he didn't do that, so I could save more. And I also think it would be better for him if he just would save, and if I would get past Janikinch, for example, he would be able to get past as well with the ERS he has been saving then in the meantime. But as you can see again, he's getting quite close, but not really putting an attack on us. So we were not really able to save a lot of ERS. We're still on around 30%, so we can play with it, but it's always better to have more ERS. And then in this lap you can see Ruben made a big mistake, and that's really good for us, as we have a bit more breathing space now, so he won't start attacking us now from that far behind, and if he does, he won't have ERS anymore. So that's very good, so we can save more ERS now, as it's only 3 laps to go. And it's just Janikinchi, Ian and me for now. Ruben is 6.5 tenths back, and I was also hoping for Chen to put an attack on Jan, just so they would waste more of the ERS. But you can see already Chen is flashing, and we just went into lap 31, so that means that I can go for an attack on the final lap. And now Chen made a mistake, and we're gonna try and go for a switchback, but we went a bit too deep there, so we have to stay behind him. I was trying to use my momentum to try and make a move on him already, but we just have to stay behind for now, and we're just gonna try to stay as close as possible up until the long straight, as that will be the only option basically to make a move. So all the corners we have to go through now, we have to take them as good as possible, of course. Also the chicane, it's getting harder and harder to nail it when the tires are dropping, but my engineer Thijs told me that Janikinchi's rear right tire was 7% worse than mine, so that's very good for me. So his traction will be a lot worse, and that means that we can get a better exit coming out of this corner. And now you can see he's flashing. We are quite safe on ERS, and we're just gonna move to the left hand side, and we're gonna make a move in the final lap. So we went up to P4, and it's just Jan who's ahead of us. He's also flashing, so maybe we can still get a bit closer to him as well. But like I said earlier, it's very hard to make a move around here except off the long straight. So you can see we dropped Chen. He's a second behind now. We're still behind Jan, but he will take the final podium spot, and we will finish in P4 around Imola.
How on earth on this track, man? Oh, no way.
It's really well driven.
Fuck, you know.
Flew over.
Oh,
That's insane.
P4 on this track, what have I just witnessed?
So yeah, extremely happy with how the race went. P4 at the end, starting from P6. So really good recovery from the last two races we did in the Challenger Series.
I peaked in Q1, I peaked in Q2, I peaked in Q3, I peaked in the race. Oh my lord.
So yeah, as you can hear me saying, I was very happy with my performance. Just like I said before, I really did not expect to have this sort of pace in the actual session if I compared it to the pace I had in practice. But also fun fact, I did change the setup like 2 hours before the race, and apparently it was the best change I could ever make, because even though we didn't do a lot of laps with that setup, it was still really good. It was really easy to drive. So yeah, that was it. Next week will be Britain, so that will be a very fun race, as it's really easy to follow. So everyone will probably be within 4/10 of each other. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys soon. Ciao.